Welcome everyone, back to the Top 10 series. This episode is Team Kills, also known as Gank Spanks, which is essentially beating multiple opponents when you're outnumbered for whatever reason. Thanks for all the feedback on the last episode, it was really encouraging and also helped me make some improvements for this episode, so without further ado, let's begin this episode at number 10. Voice of Aegis has invaded in the Pontiff area and is on the hunt for the host. Running through this room, he notices an item that's been dropped on the floor right next to one of the biggest drops in the entire game. Naturally, that's a bit suspicious, so he cautiously takes a look and goes a bit closer, and he notices that one of these statues has Tears of Denial activated. Weird. Not only do I not remember statues being in that location, I don't really remember statues being able to cast miracles either. So of course, it was a team lying in wait after setting up that trap. If he had picked up that item, I'm pretty sure they would have blasted him down that ladder to his death, but luckily, he didn't fall for the bait. Lord of Hollows is about to show us a spectacular combo with the Black Knight Greatsword against this team of invaders right behind him. And there is no longer a team. So let's take a look at how that worked. He opened with a two-handed light attack, following that with a two-handed strong attack, which obviously goes up into the uppercut. Now the start of that uppercut attack was important because the turnaround pivot actually hits the players, which continues to stun lock. Definitely a hard combo to pull off, but very much worth it. Of course, we're going to see a lot of high-level play, but flipping the style here, we've got some low-level action with the Dark Hand weapon. Believe it or not, the Dark Hand was buffed about a month ago and is now one of the best low-level weapons. It has a high attack rating with no stat requirements, and its special attack is also pretty much a one-shot. I personally love low-level invasions, I think they're usually really fun. But anyway, congratulations for that amazing triple kill. Now this one was definitely not a big team, but a couple people nonetheless get sniped off by a guy in a Silver Knight cosplay at the exact same time the real Silver Knight next to him takes out the host. It's emotional, honestly. A perfect fusion of AI and human working together. That was pretty amazing. We now have a team of jolly cooperators in the Kiln of the First Flame area. This invader's first challenge looks like it will be facing the White Summon while being harassed by the other two. So that is the White Summon down, beaten by a Hornet Ring riposte. There is still two left, and it's clearly going to be a tough battle. He's really pressuring the host now, focusing all his efforts on the one target. However, the host is being extremely evasive, relying on his Sunbro buddy to back him up while he escapes, which results in a quick change of plans. That's the Sunbro down. Very nice weapon switch for that riposte as well. It's easy to forget little moves like that, which can make a big difference in a tense match like this. There's just the host left now, and to his credit, he does stand his ground, yet he gets hit with a profaned greatsword uppercut, which pretty much seals the deal. This one is very unique, I'd say. I gathered from what this person told me that Dragon Sin invaded this world which had a host who was actively ganking people with a team of summons. Now, he had invaded this world a couple times before earlier, so he knew it was definitely a team of people. However, and this is actually pretty crazy, two of his own friends who happened to be invading at the same time actually invade this specific world, and they all meet up. So they plan for some revenge. They all change into matching Silver Knight outfits and throw in some weapon buffs to look extra intimidating. Now the funny part here is the host and summons actually try and play it cool, when they see them coming. They definitely get a bit nervous, and what they do is they actually act like they're simply running a friendly fight club and trying to get some 1v1 fights going. But as I said before, these invaders already knew that they had been ganking people, so it seemed time for a bit of vengeance. Finishing it off with a synchronized gesture. Wow, these guys had it down. Mr. Shenanigans is staying true to his name here. He's sent in the sneakiest clip so far, I'd say. He's hiding in camouflage, waiting for the team he's invaded to walk on by. When they do walk by, you'll notice that when he pops out of his disguise, he's taken Shenanigans a step further by wearing a white ring and then casting the Hidden Body Sorcery. The end result being that he looks like the ghosts you sometimes see floating around the game of other players. This has been done before by others, but it's a genius idea. Oh baby, a triple with the Crystal Soul Spear. Crazy shenanigans. Next we have Comrade using a one-shot dragon build, and he's just dropped some souls on the floor as bait. Now this was a big surprise for me. I think for the first time ever, I received two perspectives of the same invasion from different people. That's right, Comrade sent me his view, but I received another clip as well from Gary, who was the host of this invasion. I just thought this was so cool, I had to include them both in the number 3 spot. So we'll watch Gary's version first, because it makes more sense that way, and then we'll see Comrade's perspective afterwards. Two for the price of one. That was amazing. Dominic has invaded a really busy bonfire at the Wall of Lothric. I don't even know what's going on really, but there's at least 2 summons plus a host fighting him and another red invader, and then shortly another blue Darkmoon just slides on into the party, and there's a good 6 people in there. Seen something so beautiful. Literally 4 players just being launched into space. 2 of them just die instantly, including the host, and the other 2 are pretty much dead. It's just the most badass way of ending a team, I think. It's so good. Alright, and finishing off with Scott, or Damn No HTML, at the number 1 spot. He starts off by dropping a seed of a Tree of Giants on the floor, making sure the host will see it. Now, that seed is an item that makes all enemies in the world hostile to invaders, so why would Scott be making it harder for himself? Because if the host uses that item, the enemies will attack him. You'll notice how he has about 1 pixel of health as well, although he does have Tears of Denial activated, so he will survive at least 1 attack. And as you can see, he has now found out where the team is and he's trying to get them to engage with him, and eventually they do follow. Right, if you understood what happened there, you'll get how insane that was. There's so much that went into this invasion, it's kind of crazy, but basically he had low health to increase his damage output. The Morian's Blade and the Red Tearstone Ring both increase damage when your HP is low. And you notice as well that he had killed some of the hollow enemies earlier and dragged their bodies into this space. That was only made possible because the host used the seed. Last but not least, the hex he used was called Dead Again, and it makes nearby corpses explode, dealing dark damage, which killed everyone. Thank you everyone who submitted, participated, and viewed. Next episode will be top 10 creative builds. So that would be using unusual weapons, spells, bows, consumables, and armor. All that kind of stuff. Details on how to submit will be in the description below this video. Just to say something regarding the submissions as well, I actually received 1,000 emails for this video. Yeah, seriously, 1,000 submissions, which is great, but also impossible for me to watch them all at the moment, unfortunately. So please be patient with me and don't be too upset if your submission isn't featured. At the moment, I'm not able to watch them all as well as I'd like to, so yeah, I just wanted to be transparent and let you all know about that. Oh yeah, also, I had a slight idea going around in my head. I'm really not sure if I'm going to do this at all, but I just wondered if I were to do top 10 videos similar to how I do them for the Souls games, but for another game, would you have any particular suggestions for a game that I could do it for? But I have been thinking about maybe covering a small select amount of games other than the Souls games. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching everyone. Catch you all in the next video.